Welcome back to Sunflower and Nightshade. This is your doorway into the hollow. I'm Nightshade, your favorite wannabe philosopher.
And I'm Sunflower, the basic white bitch you didn't know you wanted to listen to.
And today, we have a special episode. Katelyn's aunt passed away. It's one of the reasons why it's been so long since we recorded. And she was an animal lover. She was like the real life Snow White. I've heard so many stories about some of the crazy animals she's had around her house. So I took it upon myself to say, let's do an episode about the craziest pets you've ever heard of. Obviously, we can't hear the pets that you guys have heard of or talked about or had. So we want you to comment either on this place where you're listening. Hopefully we'll see it. Or on the Facebook or in the Patreon if we can get the group going. It is going. So you just have to get in there and comment, actually. Remember, follow us everywhere. Facebook, Spotify, Patreon, early plugs. And let's go ahead and get into it. Katelyn, tell us the weirdest pet that you have ever heard of or experienced.
So, my Aunt Joyce, rest her soul, she, like Nathan said, was an animal lover. I called her the real life Snow White. Like, she could talk and they would come. But this woman had a pet turkey. His name was Bert. He was a wild turkey that just came around. She fed him. It was her best friend. She loved that turkey. And coincidentally, it chased me and my mother on Thanksgiving and bucked up to my dad on Christmas. So, someone like from down the street, I think, called, and he was removed by animal control, sadly. But yeah, he wasn't. So, when people think of like a wild turkey, like what I thought of was the turkey that you see like plastered everywhere, like on the front of like frozen turkeys, for Thanksgiving. That turkey with like, the big, it's like full of feathers, right? And he's like short and stocky. That wasn't Bert. Bert was like part freaking crane. Like cranes that go into the water.
I know what a crane is.
Yeah, that's what he was. He was like long and skinny, but he was a freaking turkey. He was long and skinny, and he was...
Well, typically the big turkeys that you see are like the GMO turkeys. Like they are actually bred to be thicker, fatter.
Right, but
Wild turkeys are a little bit thinner.
Right, but he didn't have a whole lot of feathers.
I mean, it may have been because he was wild. He wasn't bred the same way as the turkeys. So, I mean...
No idea.
I
But
have a feeling that I'm going to have to make the thumbnail for this episode a freaking devil turkey fighting what I think is the weirdest pet that I've ever heard of. I technically have a tie for two, though.
he wasn't a devil turkey. He was just a mean turkey.
Well, it's Sunflower and Nightshade. It's probably going to be a picture of a devil turkey, but it's okay.
But, I mean, I think you may have heard my cousin say that we needed to kill him for Thanksgiving, but I don't know.
Well, it tasted great.
Huh?
We're talking about eating stuff like this.
But, like, so, I don't know if she ever, like, and again, I don't know if she ever let him in the house. I don't know. I just know he was there. It was like, I think it was just for a year, and then someone down the street called, like I said, animal control, and they had to remove him. She was very, very sad.
Well, I mean, it is kind of screwed up that they did call animal control, but it was a wild turkey that was, like, terrorizing the neighborhood.
Well,
he wasn't even, like, you can't even say that he wasn't, because every story that I've heard is, yeah, that time he chased me and my mom. Yeah, that time he almost attacked my dad off the top of his vehicle.
Well, so he did jump on her neighbors, the top of his truck, and wouldn't let him leave. So he
was a menace to society. Joyce was just too sweet, and she was like, oh, he's just a turkey.
Yeah, literally, that's what she said. He's just a turkey. It was her best friend.
I probably would have went over there with a katana and started fighting the turkey. Would have been
I
Joyce loved me, She would have hated me because I would have killed that turkey. I've been like,
No. That's the
frickin'
thing. You
Ichigo from Bleach.
No, that's the thing. You don't mess with Joyce and her animals.
No.
You can talk all the crap you want. Like I said, my cousin said he was going to go out there and kill it. You can talk all you want. You do not act on it, though. That's the thing. You don't act on it.
Oh, that turkey would have been dinner.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. That's the one thing, because that was the surefire way to get Joyce to hate you, was if you messed with her animals.
The minute that it chased you and your mom through the parking lot.
It didn't, but it...
Katan!
No, this is the thing. It didn't chase us. It was chasing the car.
Oh, well.
And so you got to think, my mom has the white car, so he probably saw his reflection. He was like, oh, this motherfucker's on my turf. Like, so that's probably what he was doing. He was protecting his turf, because that's why he was trying to attack Dad's car, because he saw himself in the rims of the Flex.
Yeah,
But that is also not the weirdest she's had.
Uh-oh.
It's not.
Go ahead.
This woman let possums in her home.
Well, a lot of people have possums for pets. They're great pets. That's not even on my weird list.
Nathan. She would just leave the doors open. So I don't know what came into her home.
I feel like she didn't just let I mean,
if it was like a snake or something, she would try to get it out, because she had cats and stuff like that. But like,
well, the cats probably would have killed the snake.
Little critters and stuff. That's Joyce's house. That was Joyce's house.
I just couldn't have imagined. Like, I grew up in the mountains of West Virginia. We had some weird pets, as you're gonna find out. We're still in Sunflower's bloom right now, but I couldn't imagine letting a possum. I mean, maybe if I bathed it. Like, possums are supposed to be really good pets. They're really affectionate. They're kind of like dogs.
Yeah, but it just would walk in. Again, that was just...
They get rabies either.
Huh? They don't.
Possums get, yeah, so like...
And they are the only mammals of North America. And the only marsupial of North America, sorry.
Ah, I forgot.
They're marsupial.
That's pretty neat.
Sorry, I was like mammal. I was like, wait a minute. That is not correct.
And we have
our own mammal.
A dried ceratops. She headbutted me earlier.
No, she's that. I don't know what kind of dinosaur it is, but it's the one that has like the giant bone.
The one from Dinosaurs that has like the thing on the top of its head.
No. The thing that it has like a crane, almost like a cap on its head.
I'm thinking like, I think it's Cranidos, the Pokemon fossil.
Hold on.
Are you a Cranidos?
Hold on a minute.
I think she's asleep. We had to give her Benadryl because she's been itching.
Let's see here. Bonehead dinosaur. I bet you it's going to show me.
Porn.
Okay, so it is a thing. It's called a pet. Oh, shit. It's called a bonehead dinosaur. Because it's called a Pachycephalosaurus. I don't know how to say this.
Pachycephalosaurus.
Yes. That's what it looks like. But look, okay, I'm going to show you a picture.
I know what
this
it looks
thing.
Like.
No, obviously not. That thing.
Yeah, Cranidos is based on. I'm pretty sure it's Cranidos. If I'm wrong, someone call me out. But I'm pretty sure it's Cranidos is based on that.
Cran.
Because if not, it's another. There's a lot of fossil Pokemon. I can't keep it straight. If I'm right, that's funny as shit.
I don't know.
Yes, its evolution actually. I'm pretty sure it has like the bumps and shit.
It does.
Okay, I remember it looking different, but yeah, I was right.
Did I?
Look at me being perfect.
Look at me using Google.
So.
But yes, so.
She let possums in.
That's how, yeah.
Wild possums, nonetheless.
Also, we didn't finish the dinosaur. That's what Freya is. She just swings her head into Nathan's knee 95% of the time. But she jumps on my ankle. She's like a freaking velociraptor in that aspect. She jumps on my ankles, about breaks my ankles every single day.
She is also the same size as a velociraptor.
Right. Has the claws of a velociraptor, too.
She's almost big enough that I could ride her. Like, confidently ride her. Like, right now, like, if I throw my leg over her, she'll just sit there, but I'm not going to sit on her. But, like, if she gained, like, 20 more pounds, I think I'd be able to.
If she gained like 20 more pounds and 20 more inches, then maybe.
No, not even. She is the perfect height right now. I pretended I was going to sit on her back, and I barely even bent my knees. I was like, holy crap. Yeah. I wouldn't actually ride our dog, y'all. It's a joke. It's crazy to me how big she is.
Caesar used to like go under my mom's legs, and where she's only 5'4", she would literally have to like tilt to one side because he would literally lift her up off the ground.
Yeah.
So she could ride Freya.
She could ride Freya. Your mom could definitely ride Freya. We'll buy her a suit of armor and she can fight your dad on the back of Freya.
No, get it for Lola. To war!
Well, that would be who your dad would have to ride because there's no way that your dad could ride Freya. But I
Now
think
to your West Virginia.
my West Virginia. So the two weirdest pets, one I witnessed and held and petted on. The other one I was way, way too young. Actually, I wasn't even born yet because mom and them were young. I forgot. But
Oh, I have one I need to add, but it's not weird, but it's an honorable mention.
well, go ahead, do it.
No.
Before I start, you got to
No, I
finish your
want you to-
sunflower bloom. Go.
Gosh. So
Your
honorable mention. It's not, so I hate to interrupt. I'm so sorry. I just happened to think of Charlie. My grandma Betty had a ferret. His name was Charlie. He's an honorable mention because they let him loose in my backyard and he attacked my mother's ankles. So he's not like a weird pet. He was a ferret. I probably should have mentioned that. I'm like, he's a Charlie. He was a ferret.
You said ferret.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But yes, honorable mention. Sorry. My family's had a lot of odd animals through the years.
So, like, yeah. The
Yeah.
weirdest pet I've ever had myself was just a turtle, and that's not even that weird. Whoa. Phone vibrated on the table. Sounded weird. So the weirdest pet that I have personally seen, my Uncle Chauncey found some little raccoon babies. And he raised one of them to a certain age. And they were really sweet for kind of. I think they ended up getting like, either they got violent or I was really young. I just remember holding it once and mom would never let me touch it again. But he ended up having to get rid of him. I can't remember why. It might have bit him, or Nana and Pop also did more raccoons in their house, which is funny because they also had the weirdest pet, and it was a groundhog. A groundhog was the weirdest pet. Terrible pet. Everyone talks about how great of a pet they are, but Nana keeps like, she's really anal about how much she cleans her house. So
I know
it burrowed into the bottom of her couch. And it would hide stuff in her couch. And like, I don't understand how it happened, but it even pooped in there. So like, I don't know how they didn't smell it. Cause like I said, Nana has always been really anal about her house. Like, you don't see a fleck of dust.
Well, it could be because they don't eat like meat. They literally just eat
vegetarians.
Yeah, they literally just eat carrots, lettuce, and celery.
Yeah. But she said that when they got rid of him, they like were throwing out the furniture and they found that. And I was like, there's no way. Cause you would think like the fact that he would hide stuff, and she was like, he never messed in the house or nothing. And then we find this. So don't have a groundhog as a pet because they will shit in your couch.
Not on your couch, in your couch.
And apparently it doesn't, like I said, it couldn't have stunk because like my grandmother was the like epitome of clean. My mom is the same way. I'm a very big disappointment in that way. I can't fucking clean my thoughts, let alone the house. So, yeah, we're not gonna ever have a groundhog, but we keep one in the backyard if you want to. Afraid to have fun chasing it.
Yeah, and we would have fun breaking our ankles.
It would only have one hole.
I think it would have multiple.
Okay, well, we don't have one in the backyard.
Especially like if Freya like chased it.
And sit in the back porch with my chewed backer, and because I mean I couldn't validate buying a 22 just to kill fucking.
I wouldn't let you kill a groundhog anyways.
Oh no, I'd kill it.
No, but like if we got one and like it befriended Freya, I think, like, if they would play, it would pop up out of different holes. It'd kind of be like whack-a-mole.
Sometimes I think I'm a open person. And then she says something like that.
What?
Like our dog and that groundhog are going to have an animated friendship. It's going to be like Charlotte's Web or some shit. The only difference would be Freya would accidentally play too hard.
I don't think so.
I can't see, like, we're talking about the Caddyshack gopher now at this point, where it's like, does the groundhog come up out of the hole and do a little dance? And it's like, look at Freya and like, kiss me now, bitch. It has a little voice and it's kind of like, I don't even know. It would kind of talk like this. And like, Freya, I'm over here.
No, it just pops up. It's like I said, like whack-a-mole.
Like whack-a-mole. At that point, it's got to be the gopher from Caddyshack or nothing, because whack-a-mole would require multiple moles.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so this is the thing. When I'm saying, like, okay, I'm not talking about whack-a-mole like
Freya's
multiple
too stupid
moles.
to know, like, okay, it's here. Where is it now? She's going to stay looking at the same hole and it's going to be up over there again on the side across the room. Just Freya. And then she's going to look at it and she'll be like, oh, we're over there. And then she's going to run over and she's going to look at that hole and she's going to stare until it screams at her again. Is it going to be like, hi?
No, you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that because she hasn't experienced it. But the problem is that we would break our ankles, and so would she, because she would step in a hole. She'd just go flipping.
She is, I love Freya. She is intelligent in some ways. She is not the sharpest tool in the shed. Her cookie's a little burnt, okay? She has made some pretty bad decisions since we've had her.
Bad decisions has she made?
I don't know. She's just skilled and stupid. She did manage to pull the bread off the fridge without knocking anything off of not even a magnet fell off the fridge. But
She's skillful.
But she also almost fell off the bed just laying there. So
No, okay.
no, she was just laying there. You walk by and you're like,
Oh my gosh.
what? And now we know where she gets it from.
Okay. So you know how I have those dog butt magnets on the fridge? Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm 99% sure I am missing one. And I'm 99% sure that the one I'm 99% sure I'm missing is not up there. It's a golden retriever, but I knew I was missing, bless you, I knew I was missing one of them and I don't think it's up there.
She got all of that from Freya being stupid.
No, but I was thinking I got all of that from you saying not a magnet was knocked off. So
Oh, okay,
I'm wondering if she knocked it off, but I don't. Jeez,
Jesus Christ.
bless you.
This part of the show, how many times can Nightshade sneeze? Sorry, y'all.
So
I'm allergic to the bullshit she's spewing over here.
it's not bullshit. It's a realization. I just figured something out. I'm pretty sure it's not over there.
So what she's saying is Freya knocked it off. What I heard was
No, I think
Freya saw
it's
a
gone
dog-ass
somewhere.
magnet and decided she wanted to eat some dog ass.
No,
Freya, did you eat dog ass?
she
I know
is
she
dead
sniffed
to the
her
world.
new friend's ass pretty hard. I mean, I've seen dogs sniff ass before, right? There's normally some kind of courtesy to it. It's kind of like a friendly little, like, kind of like a handshake, right? If you walk up to somebody you don't know, you give them a little dainty handshake. I'm a man, I give them a hard-ass handshake. But, like, if it's somebody you know, you might shake a little bit longer, give them a fist bump or something. And then if it's the person you're dating, you shove your fist up their ass. Freya tried to sniff his colon. She wasn't sniffing his butt at that point. I'm pretty sure there was some pent-up anxiety. She was like, finally. She was like sniffing his... Okay. But growing up, my mom said that I had no filter. And I thought that I had learned to have a filter. But I feel like as I got older, it was just built up social anxiety. And since I have been taking Zoloft, and the anxiety has actually died down. The shit that comes up my mouth is worse than the shit that was up Freya's nose from sniffing that other dog's ass.
Oh my god.
Daddy's sorry. It was really cute to see you playing with your friend. Just
Oh my god. And she was just excited the other day. She was just like, friend, hi. Like,
she was really excited. Obviously. I never wanted to lick somebody's asshole.
she didn't do
I
that.
know she didn't lick it, but like it's the way that I like I felt sorry for him a little bit. That might have been why he pulled away when we saw her when I went out the last time with her. Because he was kind of like, oh, that's the girl that stuck her nose up. Hey,
No, he was excited to see her when I took her
I
yesterday.
forgot at that point. He was like, oh yeah, friend. And when he saw her with me, he was kind of like, I don't know. Kind of like I was when that doctor. Never mind. I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but
Dolph, you're done. You're done. You're done. Oh my god.
You guys heard it here first.
Oh my.
This episode has been a whirlwind. Whew.
Oh my lord.
It's not funny if you laugh at your own jokes, but I am in tears.
Oh lordy. Okay. And that is where
I don't think that we can end it yet. We're only at like 22 minutes. Where do you go from there? Middle finger. This is all your fault. You wanted to start a podcast. Anyway, y'all. It's the end of the episode. We're gonna go ahead and do our calls to action. We want you guys to follow us everywhere that you can follow us. Join the Patreon. Be a part of this wonderful thing that we're building, because it is bringing us joy that you guys are downloading the episodes. It is feeding the creative inside of me, even though I say a bunch of useless crap about dogs sniffing other dogs' colons.
creatively useless.
What? Creative? What?
Nothing. They heard me.
I have to go back and listen to this anyway. I don't normally, but I'm going to now.
Of course.
It's been unhinged. More unhinged than normal.
Off the fucking hinges.
Off the fucking... I rode the door down the steps to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Remember? Get fitties, suck titties. I don't know. I'm going to delete that. But... No, follow us on Patreon, or join the Patreon, however you do that. Definitely subscribe on YouTube or Spotify or iHeartRadio or Good Pods or wherever you're listening.
All the things.
Give us feedback. Tell us what you think about this episode, if it was too far, if it was too unhinged. So, yeah, hell yeah. It's been real. It's been fun.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Thank you guys for visiting us in Sunshade Hollow.
Bye.
You'll hear us next time when you tune in to Sunflower and Nightshade.